Hey everybody, I am back today with another Maggie Holmes Monday for February. I am going to be working with the Parasol collection. I have oodles of this collection, but what I want to focus on for this layout today is the ephemera pack. It's called the Papery pack. I loved this pack when I purchased it for the Parasol collection, and I just noticed that Maggie's newest line, Woodland Grove, also includes a papery collection, and I'm super excited because this was one of my favorite kind of new embellishments that they came out with this line. So I have had in my head an idea for a layout for a while that I wanted to create with this collection. So I thought before I put it in with the rest of my Maggie Holmes stash, I would go ahead and make that layout. I do have a photo kind of chosen when I started this layout, but that photo is going to change because that is my life right now. The last couple of layouts I've done, I have started with a photo kind of picked out, and then I've completely changed my mind by the time that I've gotten to the rest of my layout. So I marked off about 6 inches, so half of my layout. And I am now going to go ahead and cover the bottom part of my layout with all of these beautiful papers. So that papery collection, it contains things that look like book pages and ticket stubs and music sheets and all kinds of different things. And I am just going to kind of wallpaper and layer and collage all those bits and pieces around the bottom half of my layout. I went through and chose a color scheme to match. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to create a layout that doesn't have the bold colors. So I'm going to try to stay away from the blue and the bright pink. I actually have already done a layout with this collection that includes the blue and the bright pink. And since this is a stash diving video series, I wanted to point out something that I discovered when I finished this layout. So I went ahead and after I was finished with this layout, I went to put my Parasol in with the rest of my Maggie Holmes stash. I always just, once I'm done with the collection or the new collection comes out, I just assimilate the old collection into my stash. And the 12 by 12 plastic bin that I keep my Maggie Holmes stash in is stuffed full. Like, stuffed full. I can't put Parasol into the container. Oh dear, this is a problem. I'm not quite sure what to do. I know the obvious answer is, stop buying Maggie Holmes stuff. And the second obvious answer is scrapbook more with it. And the scrapbooking more with it, that could happen. I could maybe. But I'm not happy with either one. So I know in March I'm only going to be able to do Maggie Holmes Monday once because March is kind of like my family's June. I don't know. We're taking 2 trips, and so March is going to be kind of like my vacation month. Whereas we're not vacationing at all summer long. So, I mean, that's good because I'll be home all summer, but it also means that in March I can't say, oh, I'm going to do my Maggie Holmes stash. No, I'm not. But I think I can pull some Maggie Holmes in for some of my video series, like maybe my Rediscover Your Stamps project, possibly my Cut File Chaos. Yeah, that's kind of my plan, or what I'm thinking. So you can see me here. I am just collaging away. I am inking with Vintage Photo Distress ink just the torn edges, so just the edges that I have torn. And the rest I am going to go ahead and leave. And then at the end, I do ink the edge of the entire paper. So I'm going to finish this up, trim off the edges of the bottom of my layout. And then I'm going to start to layer in some of the stickers and some of the smaller pieces. For me, collaging and doing something like this is all about the layers. And I want to make sure that the bottom part of this layout has enough interest, especially since I'm using a kind of limited, calm color palette. I am going to add a couple pops of black into my design because I really love these cameras. And so now I'm going to go in with the vellum stickers. They're actually, I think they're like washi stickers. They're a little bit translucent, but they're not clear. You'll see what I mean here as I start to pick them up and take the backing paper off and put them down. Like they're just going to blend right in with the papers that are behind it. So right now with the backing paper on, maybe they look very bold, but then once I take that backing paper off and just kind of place them on the layout, they kind of just blend right in with the rest of the collage and the things that are behind them. And then once I have all the stickers in place, I'm going to go ahead and get to work on the top half of my layout. So here's the original photo that I was going to do, which was a picture of Fitz. And I actually just took this picture. He'd gone to the groomers. He was super cute, and he was all curled up on Logan's lap. And I'm looking at it, and I don't not like it, but I remembered that I still had this heritage photo that I had wanted to scrapbook, and I decided that I really liked it better than the picture of Fitz, which is totally fun. We will do the picture of Fitz another day. And so I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook this picture. And I'm going to use primarily that papery pack. I'm going to use, so the 3x4 card that I'm going to add my journaling to is, that's from the pocket card pack that came in the collection. And I'm going to go ahead and use the little puffy stickers. But otherwise, everything that I'm going to put in this layout now is, oh, I think I mapped my photo. But everything else, this is all still from that papery collection. So I loved how all those papers looked behind this photo. I felt like it really went with what this photo is about and what I want to journal about, which I'm going to do in a second here. I'm going to tell you all about it. So this, first I want to mat my photo. I'm going to mat it with this dark paper. I want to have some separation between those papers that are going to go behind the photo and the photo itself. So let's talk about the photo. This photo is a photo of my great-grandmother in her entire one-room schoolhouse classroom of children. So she went to a one-room schoolhouse, and you can see it in the back. So this is in front of the schoolhouse, and it is everyone that was in school with her this year. Now she is in this photo, and I know where she is. So I want to make sure to go ahead, and you'll see I'm going to use something to signify where she is so that she can be found. But this photo is so cool. So it's her entire class, the teachers, the aides, all the grades from the little kindergarten, preschool kids down at the bottom, clear up to, the older kids in the back of this photo in front of the schoolhouse. My great-grandmother was born in 1903. So, and she doesn't look to be more than maybe 5 or 6 in this photo. So we're talking about a photo that was taken in like 1908, 1909, maybe 1910. And I definitely have some things I want to write about. I decide I'm just going to leave my journaling box empty right now, mostly because a lot of the things I want to talk about and journal about is going to require some Google and Ancestry app research, and that's okay. I will say this though, the My Heritage layouts that need journaling are getting to be a little bit like I have a bunch. They're starting to stack up. So I think I'm going to have to take a day and just journal. In fact, when I go to visit my cousin, we're going to have one day where we're going to make cards and have some family time and some craft time. And I might just sit and do all that journaling and research and all the things I want to write while I'm at her house. So that could be something easy that I can bring with, just these layouts and some paper and some pens. So that's something. All right. So right there, I took 3 of the little puffy star hearts and I put them right underneath in a little cluster underneath where my great-grandmother is in the photo. So this is my grandfather's mother. And if you watched the layout I did maybe a week or 2 ago, that was for Miranda's crop that she hosted, that heritage photo, same great-grandmother. We called her Memmy. And that's another layout I still have to journal on. So I put these 3 little hearts underneath her photograph so that, we can find her. And that's another thing I want to journal about is where she is in this picture. Because my grandfather showed me where she was. So I knew exactly where she was. I just had to get her identified. And so I felt like the best way to do that would be just to put these little 3, there were these teeny tiny little puffy hearts on the puffy stickers. And so I decided that was where I put 3 of them right underneath where she is so that we could always find her and we know where she is in the picture. So I pulled out the sticker book and I'm looking for something to use as a title. I'm just going to go ahead and use these words that say "so lovely." And I added some more little clusters with those washi tape stickers from that papery collection. I'm going to use that little "so lovely" fit right there. And it was a clear sticker. So that meant I didn't have to put it on my cardstock and cut around it. It could fit right there. And I'm not sure what I would have, how I would have titled this. So I was happy to find something that allowed me to add a little bit of a title that worked and was a little bit versatile and usable for everything. I also found these teeny tiny little clear peachy colored flower stickers. And I thought they were so cute. So I'm going to sprinkle them around in lots of little areas on this layout. And then I'm going to finish this layout off with some staples. These little staples are going to be like my finishing touches, my tiny details. I just thought they worked so well with the school photo, with the papery collection. And so everywhere that I felt like I could add a staple to this layout, I added a staple to this layout. And that's where we're going to call this all finished. I think this layout turned out absolutely beautiful. And I think that as soon as I add my journaling in a black pen, it's going to finish off this entire design perfectly. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget to head over and check out Crystal, Miss Pineapple Papers, who is joining me for Maggie Holmes Monday. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will see you later. Bye.